Hello there folks, welcome to another episode of 10 Portraits with me, Tapu Javeri. Today I have a really fun one, in fact one of my creative shoots for Extra, probably the most creative one I've done so far. It involves these fabulous musicians.
The band Awaz for Extra, Haroon, Asad and Fakhir.
Awaz. Haroon, Aaron, Fakhir and Asad together created a band called Awaz, which was super in the 90s. They have a ton of hits and they were really fun, great people to work with. So how this portrait came about, I had Fifi ask me, do something creative with these singers and let's see if we can put that in Extra. So earlier I had done a portrait of a friend of mine called Sebastian. And for that portrait, what I did was I had a black light and some neon paints. And I got a mirror in front of him and I painted him with multicolors and photographed him on my f3 with a 1.2 50mm lens.
My friend Sebastian in neon paint and a mirror.
And it was all done on film and I wanted to know how film reacted with the UV light. And the results were fabulous. So having this in my archive, I showed it to Fifi and I said, Fifi, if the Awaz boys are game for it, this would be a really cool image for them. And lo and behold, I would never have thought they would have agreed, but they did. And they said, sure, we'll do this. So having them agree to do the neon painting as a portrait, I thought, I need a background which sort of matches it. So in those days, whenever I used to do a shoot, it was quite a bit of fun. It was like a party. So, I may have been doing a shoot here in the studio with one or two people, but were always about 10 people outside the door and they were always having a party. So shoots were, this creative commons where everyone came together and they were just having a blast and whatever the output was what you all saw. So I asked my friends who are outside, I said, Awaz has agreed to do this. Can you help me? And I need to make a sort of a neon kind of a background. So we didn't really have any background that could be destroyed. Instead, we said, come on, let's paint the roof of my bathroom. So the roof of my bathroom, my friends got together and went haywire and had a great time and made a really psychedelic, fun roof, which I have kept for at least 20 years, but not anymore. I just had it overpainted. But anyway, to get back to Awaz. So Awaz really surprised me. And when I told them, this is what I want to do, I showed them a portrait of what the image should look like. And they said, sure. They took their shirts off and they took the paint and all of them went ballistic on their bodies with these paints. And we had great...
More images from the Awaz shoot for Extra with Haroon, Asad and Fakhir in neon paint.
Because I had to lie down on the floor of the bathroom and shoot the ceiling, and they came between me and the ceiling, so they were lit, but the ceiling in the background was this multicolored paradise. And that's how I got this wonderful result. And again, it was my f3 camera with a little bit of UV light and lots of neon paint.
The final shot of Awaz in the neon paint, and here is a single shot of Awaz again in the neon paint.
I hope you all enjoyed this tidbit of information. I know Awaz fans are going to love it, so that was all for you all. If you all enjoy, please comment, and see you all next time in another episode of 10 Portraits with Hafiz.